You can do it, Homer.
You can do it, you can do it. Cut his fucking head off, you can do it.
I rewatched an episode of Real Rob the other day.
Which one did you watch?
The one where he goes into the store and the guy's like, a $5 tip? Really?
Oh yeah,
it's like, dude, why did you even write this thing that didn't happen? Why?
I love that episode of Thor McDonald, and his eyes are really, and he sits there, and Norman's like not even reacting. He's like, oh yeah, you know.
I forgot about that.
It's one of the weirdest performances. But that, in a weird way, that almost makes it even funnier because it's so fucking weird.
Yeah.
I think it's that Rob Schneider has no comedic instincts in him, and he didn't ask for like a take two or any direction.
Did he direct it? I don't know.
I thought he did do it. I thought him and his wife like made the whole thing. They like wrote it and directed it.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the porn premise, where a girl's just like, oh, it's so hard being a woman. If only a man fucking knew. And then it's like Freaky Friday, and they both have to learn how to like, you know, be each other. But instead, the man just sits in bed fingering himself all day.
Isn't that what happened in the Rob Schneider movie, The Hot Chick?
I don't think he sits in bed fingering himself.
I don't think that's part of the premise.
It would be way funnier though. It's one of those movies that's almost so shit it's good.
I haven't seen it in a long time, and I don't have any urge to rewatch it, but...
I was gonna say, like, I like Freaky Friday better, but The Hot Chick is probably one of the better Rob Schneider features.
It probably is the best one, honestly.
Alright, I know we've all got them in our wallets. Pull out your Rob Schneider top 10s.
Alright, The Animal is at 10. Deuce Bigelow 2 is at 9. Deuce Bigelow 1 is at 8. I forget all of his movies.
You forgot! That's scary!
That is scary. I'm losing it.
The amnesia's finally getting to you.
It's crawled through the TV screen!
I just can't even remember 10 Rob Schneider movies!
Please help me, Thing. Help me remember Rob. His beautiful blue eyes appear. I'll help you, Chris.
Watch The Real Rob, Season 4.
I don't think it even got to Season 2. Yeah. It's really weird that the final episode of Real Rob is like his brother steals money from his bank account, and it was the first time that there was ever kind of a relatable human thing that happened in the whole show, and he saved it. And it actually gets you kind of invested how fucking angry he gets. And then that was the final episode. You probably should have started episode 1 with that.
Did it leave on a cliffhanger?
Kinda, yeah.
So we're never gonna know if fictional Rob Schneider gets reimbursed?
I don't know.
Damn.
Yo, Zach.
Yeah?
Who's a person you find to be unredeemable?
Like that's like from recent times?
Like from any time, like someone that you really don't
I'm not
like.
gonna say Adolf Hitler, he's too easy. I want to be creative.
Someone that you can never, ever actually like. Someone who you just fucking cannot stand.
I don't want to say Rob Schneider, but he's pretty fucking weird.
Okay, Zach.
Let's just say Rob Schneider.
That's perfect.
Let's say Rob Schneider.
So let's say you're out on your sailboat, sailing the 7 seas, and you crash into an island.
Yeah.
Your sailboat gets eaten by an octopus and is gone forever. You are completely cut off from the rest of the world forever. You're surrounded in a mist that when people sail into it, they dissolve.
Okay, let's say Harvey Weinstein, by the way, instead. He's a recent one.
Okay. So now you're trapped on this island. You know you're never going to get off, and no one's ever going to find you, and you're all alone. But you find a Pygmy Tribe of mini Weinsteins. Would you fucking...
Pygmies fucking suck. I hate pygmies.
If you found Pygmy versions of Harvey Weinstein and Rob Schneider, what would you do?
I'd fucking eat them all.
Would you actually... What would you do with them?
I'd kill them. I can't talk to them.
What would you do if you started...
Have sex with me. Just come back to my room.
No, Pygmies can't even do...
No, pygmies can't even talk.
Well, then why does it matter that they're Harvey Weinstein?
Because they look and they evolved from Harvey Weinstein.
Chris, are you saying real pygmies, or are you saying this version of Harvey Weinstein?
This version.
So, anyways, if
I got the cat!
Zach, so what would you do if you had
a bunch of little pygmy Harvey Weinsteins
and Rob Schneiders?
And they couldn't
The
talk.
men are Weinsteins and the women are Schneiders.
That's
just a bunch of pygmy Weinsteins
rancid.
trying to coerce the Rob Schneiders to go back to their thatch roof huts.
Would you try to rule over them like a tyrant?
I would, yeah, I would. I'd make them like build statues of me and stuff.
Would you make the pygmies and the Schneiders start a war with one another?
Yeah, I would do like a false flag. I'd like burn down one of their little buildings and blame it on the other one. And so I'd go to war.
Okay, Zach, here's a new part to the story.
Yeah.
Your hands have been one day you're washing your hands in a pool of water, right?
Yes.
And you're like, oh, this is truly paradise. Plenty of water. The sun is great. But the water is actually just bee acid that
Bee
all
acid.
collected on the cliff, so your hands fall off, right?
And one of these little creatures did this to me. They poisoned me.
No. It's just a bunch of wasps died on a hole, and you washed your hands where they died, so
By
all of their
accident.
acid is there.
Okay.
Right? So you got no hands no more. And then now you're starting to get really horny. You've not jerked off in 4 months.
Yeah.
Would you fuck a Schneider pygmy?
How small are they? Can I overpower them easily, or will they like?
They're 2 feet.
Will they like fight back? Will they like tie me out with ropes and stuff if I hurt one of their people?
They'll try to fight back, but they're mostly pacifists, and they
Okay,
use.
let's make a compromise. Instead of having no hands, do I just have one little finger through each stub?
No, you got no hands.
I have nothing.
You got nothing. Your hands are gone.
Do I have little hooks that I made them build for me?
Well, you got to convince them first by fucking them.
Okay, I fuck one of the Weinsteins because he loves it.
No, they're men. They're Schneiders.
Yeah,
are
I know, but I assert my dominance over the little Weinstein men,
Okay.
so the women know who to respect.
Okay.
And then I have them build me little hook hands,
Okay, that's fair.
and then I massacre half of them to show them I can do.
You
Like,
fucking just slice their intestines out.
I go around like I
That's
cut them
pretty
into,
cool.
and that way I show them that I could kill all of them if I wanted to, but I choose not to.
Okay, and now it turns out there's a drone hovering over you, looking down.
Stewie's spinning around me.
And the entirety of the human populace has seen
Watch
this
it.
video.
It was a test sec.
I was on TV.
You were on TV. You were on the reality show Weinstein Schneider Island.
Did I was season 12?
Yeah, Pygmy edition.
And you were like, this show apparently has existed in this universe for so long. How did I not see?
It's Mount Robmore.
It's the real Rob.
This really is about Robmore.
We're gonna have to stay within the center of the Rob area.
Rob Schneider's loving gaze.
He does have pretty nice eyes, you have to admit.
I actually didn't notice that he had those like icy blue eyes.
He's got piercing blue eyes, they call it. Your favorite Retha is on like 1 pixel. What is he floating on?
Yeah, he's in a real bad
like
spot.
It's like spit that came out of Rob Schneider's mouth as he was yelling.
And in this one moment, frozen in time.
That can't be happening. You'll never fucking get away with it.
You can do it!
You can do it all night long.
I know Simplord is just sitting there, and I know he just did something kind of foul, but you gotta remember, forgiveness is human.
Let's see.
Forgiveness.
Did Rob Schneider forgive at the end of The Hot Chick?
He did. He became...
Did he forgive in the show Real Rob when that guy walked up to him in the laundromat? And then he said, I wash my dog's shit-covered mat where you wash your clothes.
I don't know if I'd shoot down.
Oh, not bad.
Okay, it worked out.
Rob's got a good set of teeth on him, too.
He's not a bad-looking guy.
Are you saying that you want him to chew you?
I'd let him chew me.
He's a pretty handsome guy there. I'm gonna clean out his ear here.
I think that's from The Animal, where he's like looking right at you. Those do really like pierce your soul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he knows it too, because in Real Rob, he color corrected it so his eyes pop specifically.
Oh, and his skin was really orange. I mixed skin with orange and it fucked up, okay?
Atop the pinstriped Schneider.
Goonfi, you must get the heart of the Schnomar.
I'm trying to find.
You must access the heart of the Schneider.
I flipping dare you.
I don't know what to do.
If you guys want me to release Real Rob Season 3, you gotta unleash the heart of the Schneider.
The eye of the Schneider.
15 seconds.
There's a famous picture of Rob Schneider at the red carpet with a worm firmly nestled into his neck.
Yeah, you know, the media spun that as a worm, but he insisted it was a botfly.
Yeah, it was a whole scandal. Adam Sandler came out and defended him.
Generally speaking, we haven't touched any of Rob's beautiful eyes, I noticed. It's like we innately wanted to preserve them.
It was by design.
Yeah, no, that's a sin.
Yeah.
It is a sin to besmirch the eyes of the Schneider.
Dear Jesus, please don't let a single cluster hit me. Please do. No! You did it. You win.
The Goonie Tunes saved the Earth again, yet again, from Rob Schneider and his blue eyes.
LeBron's power is too mighty.
Zach, you wanted to talk about the real
The
Rob?
real Rob.
Tell us about Real Rob.
This is an interesting story. So I can't remember. I was on Rob Schneider's like IMDb or something. I was like, what has he done since like Deuce Bigelow 2? And I saw Real Rob. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And I typed in Real Rob on YouTube, and I saw these clips from like 2015 with like 1,000 views on his official YouTube channel. It's like his.
Actual 1,000.
No branding at all. It's really but it's his because it links to everything. Yeah, it's his. And there's like 3 clips, and I linked them. You can find. You type in Real Rob. It says it's called like Real Rob Sneak Peek. I think the second one's the best one. It's like Rob Schneider going to a coffee shop, and
I've seen that.
you can tell that Rob Schneider watched like Curb Your Enthusiasm. He's like, I can make that.
absolutely,
That's easy.
I think he watched Louis.
He watched Louis and Curb, and I'll get to that in a second too.
Seinfeld.
Yeah, in Seinfeld, because
Is it also kind of like the Ricky Gervais show, or where he was extras, where he's like
kind of,
an
but
actor?
the weird.
tell you, I've been watching like Seinfeld like,
Oh,
every
what
night
do you
with
think,
Lexi.
What do you think of it?
I like it.
It's a good show, right? It's not what you thought it was, right? It's like a cheesy. It's like a cheesy '90s show. It's good.
Yeah, you watch stuff after a while. Like every single night we watch Seinfeld, but she puts it on and I kind of like
Absorb
watch
it?
videos, and then I like tune it
Seinfeld
out
is the
after a
white
while.
noise of New York City. If you live in New York City and you have a television, you're gonna have Seinfeld.
It's on every night here.
It's
Yeah.
on every night.
So you
Anywhere.
were saying like the whole.
So I was saying, but like if you watch Curb or like a show about a celebrity, it's usually like the celebrities are really petty, kind of, neurotic, petty people. Like they're successful, but they're still like they're really petty about stuff. Like a dollar, they'll squabble over like a nickel or something. Rob Schneider did not get that memo. His show is about how famous he is, how cool he is, and how rich he is. And so the sneak peek on YouTube is he's like, it really piqued my interest. I was like, what's this? And he goes to like a coffee shop and the guy's like, okay, here's your coffee. He's like, what, are you gonna tip me? And Rob's like, what? I gave you a $5 tip. He's like, no, I need more. You're famous. You could give me $100. And Rob Schneider goes, I could give you $1,000, but I'm not gonna do that either. And I was like, whoa, is this fucking real? And then it goes on for like 10 minutes.
And he says,
it ends with him. He says, I'm gonna go back to my $2 million house and my $150,000 car and sleep with my hot 29-year-old wife. And he leaves. And I was like, this will be fucking good. And so I looked into it more.
No, he comes back then
Comes
and
back.
gives him a $20 tip.
Gives him a 20. Yeah, he gives him a 20.
He's a hero on top
He's
of
a
that.
hero.
But it's
Exactly,
supposed to be
because
self-aware, right? We're supposed to say, what an idiot.
Yeah, no. But like, it's not that kind of character. We're like, oh, this guy's. You really believe that's how Rob Schneider is because he wrote it.
Like, you know, in Louis, it's like he's like, doing well for himself and stuff, but he still has a shitty, horrible
Exactly.
life. Like, that's what makes
That's what
it
you're
funny.
supposed to do. Same thing with Curb. It's like
You're supposed to relate,
he's rich,
kinda.
but Larry David's like the most like petty, neurotic weirdo. And that's what makes it enjoyable.
Who's the guy that you like, the comedian?
Thor McDonald.
Yeah.
This is the saddest part.
That
There's a-
clip was terrible.
I think we say this. I think Thor McDonald is one of the funniest comedians
He
of all
is.
time. One of the most underrated comedians of all time. I've never seen him ever do
He plays
anything.
a
I've
good-
never seen him
He
do
plays a
anything.
good chicken man.
Absolutely. You say Chicken Man? What the fuck does that mean?
I like how you started with exactly. Like you were ready.
I agree.
Ready to just be like, yes, Corey,
When I look
you're
at
on
Corey-
board. But
Corey
he's
said
on board a
chicken man-
different ship, dude.
I'll tell you, he's like Hitler. I looked at his eyes and he believes himself, so I believed him. I was like, oh yeah, naturally, he's a chicken man. And then I saw the fear in Corey's eyes
When it finally struck me, I was
when
like,
Corey realized what he said, that he created a monster.
You were on a ship around the freaking Manhattan Islands. Corey was on a ship to fucking Mars.
He was not this planet. But
He's a good chicken man. Go ahead.
Norm Macdonald, one of the funniest, never done anything bad ever until I saw this. It's the saddest thing. I know that hurt me in my heart.
Yeah.
It looked like he didn't
Everything
wanna-
he's ever been in.
To be fair, it looked like he didn't want to be there.
You watch the clip. It's Rob Schneider. The story is Rob Schneider once taking a vasectomy or whatever, and the gag is that Rob Schneider is worried that it has to do with like memory loss or it leads to dementia or something. And he's like, oh, my friend Norm Macdonald got a vasectomy. I'll talk to him. And he goes to like a diner with this shitty like not Curb Your Enthusiasm music where it's trying to be that. And he sits down with Norm Macdonald, and Norm is just sitting there, and he just looks so tired, and he never moves his eyes. They're staring directly straight. They never move, and he deliberately. I can tell. You can just feel it. Norm Macdonald's a really good like improv comic. You can tell he's reading up a script. And I'm pretty sure what happened was he started doing improv and Rob was like, no, do the fucking script. Because he's just sitting there like with no smile.
Like he was making a point, like a passive point.
Yeah,
of like,
yeah.
fine, you want me to read every word just as is? Fine,
It's
that's what you
really,
got.
really bad. And
He's sitting there with a stick up his ass.
he's just sitting there like, yeah, anyways, he does not want to be there.
Yeah.
But the most interesting thing about that show, you can tell immediately when you watch it is, I'm pretty sure this was Rob Schneider's choice. I think he wanted his eyes to pop because he has blue eyes. So the saturation is fucking blasted.
Yeah.
So all of the blues are super, super blue. His eyes, everyone who has like slightly green or blue eyes has vibrant blue eyes.
Yeah.
All the oranges and blues are super turned up. Like the shots of Ellie look really nice, which is how you know it's not right. You know, it's fucking it's manipulated. But the show itself is even more baffling. The show is the first thing is it's a Netflix original, but there's no. It's the only Netflix show I've ever seen with zero Netflix branding. There's no Netflix original on it. I had to look it up. It's pushed to the back of Netflix, and when it starts, there's no commercials. It just starts the episode.
I'm like embarrassed by it.
Yeah, they don't even want to put their name on it.
They didn't want to.
Fucking Norm at that YouTube red carpet thing is the funniest video.
Yeah, if you're at home, type in Thor McDonald killing it on YouTube. it's him with the YouTube red carpet thing.
Comedy Week.
Comedy Week. He's with like Cassim G and some other YouTuber, and he's like in sweatpants. He's up like this outdoor living room.
He doesn't care.
All the stars are here. Rappi fine. Wow. Just not give a fuck.
When you say like get blasted, I just remember there's like this like Go anime video floating around where it's like all the bad guys get grilled, and it's just like a bunch of it's like Freddy Krueger walking in.
Corey, you are autistic.
Corey, what? This is
like Freddy Krueger and Chucky, and the mom's like, "You were bad. Go to your room." And he's like, "Wow." Then he goes away. And then another bad guy.
Corey, I thought you were going with my thought. You did it so naturally. I thought you were going with what I was saying. It was completely.
But there's like a related video of like a controversial Go anime video about a kid who puts his baby sister on a grill and then eats her. And there's like reaction videos of little kids being like, "Whoa, this is messed up." You're gonna hear like fish tanks popping in the background. It's fucking
You hear the parents
retarded.
fighting in the background.
But there's like 14 fucking videos on the side that are just nothing but that. It's just like these like kids that are like, you can hear like the loud clicks of their fucking buttons. They're just like, that's so messed up.
I'm sorry to distract you from your point, but that reminds me of something really funny.
Was that?
When me and you first started talking to each other, you lived out in Kansas, and you had that shitty ass microphone.
Yeah, I had a fish tank.
Yeah, one time I was like, Zach, can you send me lines for something? He's like, yeah, okay. And he sent me the line, and it was like, like a big fish tank, and his like voice like, and
I think it was louder than my voice.
Yeah, and I was like, Zach, I can't use that. Like, go into your closet. And then he sent me back this thing. It was literally, he found every sound effect he could, and he layered them all on top of each other. Like power drills, like birds, fucking airplanes.
I said like construction guys are going, hey, move it back up!
I got so fucking mad at him. I almost like punched my computer.
The funniest thing is I took the original audio situation anyways and just added that on top of it. I didn't redo it.
Yeah, you fucking
I'm sorry.
asshole.
I didn't mean to derail the conversation.
No, that's fine. It reminded me of that.
But when you say like, when it's just saying something like, he's killing it, it just, that's what little fucking kids say.
Because like, sorry, go back to your Norm story.
Rob Schneider. So this thing is like pushed to the back of Netflix, and the show is fucking strange. So he like, I was watching interviews. He was like comparing to Faulty Towers.
Oh.
He was like, yeah, John Cleese and his wife wrote that series, so I'm gonna do this to my wife. And he puts his real life wife in the show, and she's like some 25-year-old Mexican.
29.
29-year-old. Sorry, don't want to get confused here. And he like shows her pussy and her ass and her tits in every episode.
Wait,
She
really?
wears really like revealing and sexy outfits.
He gets her tits in every shot she's in. She's like, Rob, I do not want to be in this
Like
show.
her bare tits?
No, but like she's like really her cleavage.
What an
There's one
asshole.
episode she's like on a strip pole, and then it's like a pussy tight, like a tight cover, like a pussy in like panties. It's his real wife. Her line delivery is terrible, but it's fascinating. If you really want to watch something that's interesting,
You know what?
Did you watch
because, like,
it at
even
all?
if you're
Just
gonna-
watch
I
the
watched like
clips.
3 episodes.
Even if
see
you
that?
are self-aware and you're making fun of the fact, you're making fun of yourself in certain ways, I feel like the fact that you're still promoting the idea that you are this super rich guy with this super awesome car and this super hot wife, no matter how much you trash yourself or, you know, whatever, make fun of yourself, that's still
I mean,
the
it's
main
what,
focus.
it's what he's trying to do. He's what you can like pretend it's not for that, but it's what that for what it
I
is.
love
you
how
know?
tryhard that title is. Like, I'm the real Rob.
The real Rob.
Did
yeah.
you see that episode where he runs over a black guy?
He runs her. He's got this car.
And it's just really creepy how the black guy's just there like with blood covered over his face, and the cops keep talking to him, telling him how funny he is, and do his
There's like a dead guy in the road with blood coming out of his mouth, and they're like, "Wow, Rob Schneider." He's like, "Can I get a selfie with you? Are you okay?"
Yeah,
It's
can I
really
get you
creepy.
a glass of water? You're so funny.
Yeah, you're so funny.
Is that supposed to be the joke though? Because no one would
No,
actually
no,
ever
he-
say that to him. Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but Chad and I were talking about this earlier. When it comes to Rob Schneider, it's not like I know very few people that hate him, but I don't know a single person that would ever say, "I want to grow up to be the next Rob Schneider," or like my favorite guy in that movie, Rob
He
Schneider.
killed it. I'll say this: nobody's said his name endearingly like 20 years. It's always like, yeah, Rob Schneider.
Yeah.
No one's ever said Rob Schneider in like a good way, like a long time.
I bet that South Park episode had a lot to do with this. Like,
Oh,
that
yeah.
episode made him into
God.
an actual joke.
But he's always been an asshole. There's so
No,
many
he's
interviews-
always been an asshole,
Yeah.
right? But nobody really cared or knew
Yeah.
that. But then
Everyone's
that
just
episode
like-
came out, I was like, derp, and then now he's just like, I'm not a joke, and he makes that show
I think
to
it's
look
what it
cool.
is.
Yeah.
Zach, have you seen the tagline of the episode? That he's a comedian
Yes.
who is more funny off camera?
Yes.
Because it's that this is the real real Rob off camera. He's a
The
lot
best thing
funnier.
about it though is that every episode like has like 2 or 3 parts where he's doing the Louis thing, where he's or the Seinfeld Louis thing, where he's like in front of a brick wall, but it's like a shitty, obviously it's like plastic brick wall, and he's very obviously not in the audience.
Yeah.
Like he's not telling jokes to anybody.
Does he really do the same thing Louis does?
Yes.
Come on, dude.
But he'll like do the bit from like the episode.
Yeah.
But I really would kill to see the raw footage of him with like white noise and like people coughing and like no like audience laughter with this shitty like because he's just in front of a fucking fake like shitty plastic wall.
embarrassing. Like, you know the way Louis like directs that and he stars that and he edits it too. Like, I wonder does Rob like do any of that?
I think he said it was self-funded, but if you look at interviews with it, the whole thing is just fucking strange. He did like 8 episodes.
That one with the billboard where
Yes!
he keeps stressing he got $500,000 to be in an ad.
The fact that, dude, so the part he's talking about, he like does this weird like Chinese erectile dysfunction thing. He's like, you sure this is not going to be in America, right? And he goes like, no, it will not be in America. He's like, here is your payment. And they're like at a conference with cameras, and the Chinese guy pulls out a bag of cash, of $500,000 in cash. And I was like, Rob Schneider, that has never happened to you. Who the fuck pays in cash, you weirdo?
It's almost like the opposite. You ever see Extras?
I've seen.
So it's like it's like he's one of the guys from Extras.
Yeah,
he's like one of the guests from Extras.
Exactly. It's creepy. The whole thing is just creepy.
You're talking about like adding like white noise to something. It's kind of like when people take the Big Bang Theory and remove out all the laughing, so it's just like these creepy people cracking jokes at each other. But there's another one that's really bizarre that Lexi showed me. She showed me Full House without that. What's that little girl's name? The little girl.
Like
in
the
Full
Olsens?
House? Yeah,
Olsen Twins?
The Olsen twin that was popular.
Yeah, there's 2 of them.
Yeah, what's the one?
Mary-Kate and Ashley.
Which one was the one that was popular?
They switched out.
Mary-Kate.
They're one character in the show, but they switched out.
But there was like one girl in it. I forget
Isn't
her
that weird?
name.
Isn't that fucking weird? They were one person, but they just alternated
But the
babies.
little one that like all
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
But the little one that the humor revolved around,
Yeah.
they made an episode where they completely cut her out, and he's just like talking to like nothing. He's like, I think, or I'll say Mary or Kate. He'll be like, hey Kate, what do you have to say about this? And there's just like no audio, and he's like, we'll have to talk to some people about that. And it's just like the girl comes in, like one of the little older girls, and she's just like. He's just like, I forget what his name is, but he's like, what's his actual fucking name?
like it.
I'm going so blank, dude.
What you're saying is
so
that
he goes-
the whole show revolves around bouncing like humor off the little kids.
Yes, and when you don't see it, it's like there's this one creepy scene where he picks up like this invisible air that's like Photoshop moving around, and then he's like, "What do you got to say about that?" And she says some stuff, and then like they're all laughing. They're like, she's funny. That girl is funny." But there's like nobody there, and there's no audio, or it's just complete silence.
The only reason she was so liked is because she was a sex object.
Exactly. Yeah.
Zach was saying that he'd like to see the raw footage where it's just like Rob will make a joke and be like, blah blah blah, and then like you'll hear the compressor of the audio.
Yeah, let's say edit out and say I want to
like-
hear, I want to get the camera and just hear him be like, yeah, so my wife is Mexican.
Yeah, and then you hear like that
You hear
little
dead silence.
You hear that compressor go.
Yeah, hear somebody like flushing.
You hear the
toilet
background noise cut in.
Yeah.
Because
Just hear the real fucking audio.
Or
of
even
nobody
just
laughing.
him like coughing and then him like repeating the joke like no that's
Hold on, let me redo that one.
Yeah, I mean, okay, we're gonna do that one again.
But his wife is the funniest part of the show. She's only her tits are in every shot, and she's like, Rob, what do you want to do today? She talks like she's like from Mexico.
tell
I'm not being
she's not an
racist.
actress,
I'm not being racist. The first shot of the first episode is them laying in bed, and there's a large spotlight above them, and she's like, let me turn the light on. She turns the lamp on. I'm like, wait, the light wasn't on? That was supposed to be the dark room with a big fucking spotlight above them. I was like, holy shit. It's a perfect way to set the whole tone
Maybe
for
they
the show.
forgot to color correct it.
No, because they color. Look at his eyes. His eyes are like this. The color of his water bottle.
Sometimes he has like white stuff around his eyes
Yeah,
too.
he's like
strange.
decaying. The worst thing is though the makeup. You can see where the makeup cuts off at his neck.
No.
The whole thing- yes.
No,
he's
it
like-
actually looks creepy.
He looks like a corpse. He looks like
That's
a
the
corpse.
joke, right? Like,
No,
that-
I don't
yeah,
think
No, it's
so.
just real.
No,
Zach,
he has
have
to-
you seen
he
that
has to
one?
hide his blemishes and stuff.
Like bizarre scene where he makes fun of the retarded guy as a mime.
Yes, and then the
What
guy
was
gets
the
like
point of
punched in the
that?
face. There's
Yeah.
no point.
Does
That
he,
show.
'cause I don't even get the joke of that.
Does he ever get his comeuppance or no?
He gets punched in one episode, but it doesn't really matter. But yeah, there's a lot of scenes where you're like, wait, what just happened? And you have to rewind. You're like, why did that happen?
Yeah, what is the joke?
Where
of
you're
this
like
part?
genuinely confused. Like there's one part where he starts making fun of a retarded guy for no reason.
Yeah.
He just goes, duh. It's like, no, it's like, why did you do? The guy comes. The context is a retarded guy, a mentally disabled guy, walks up from. He's never been in series before, and Rob immediately starts making fun of him for no reason.
That's pretty funny.
But no, it's just weird. It's like, wait, it has nothing to do with the plot. It's just fucking
It
strange.
sounds funny because it's like that makes him look really bad.
Yeah, it makes him.
But I think in his head he was like, oh, this will be likable. This is hilarious.
This is relatable.
But you see about his real. I looked up his real stand-up that he does now. All of the jokes are about how he knows Adam Sandler. He has one bit.
Wait, what? How he was Adam Sandler?
How he knows him.
Oh.
How he's like friends with Adam Sandler. There's one bit where he's like, Adam Sandler called me up and said, "I want you to do a little part for me." And I was like, "What's the line?" He was like, "You can do it." And now look at me. Look how big I am now.
That's not
He's
at all.
bragging
He
about
never
the
said
fun.
that. He never said that on
Type
stage.
in Rob Schneider, you can do it. Stand up.
Never,
I
they
swear to
never
God.
said
He's
that.
fucking
And
deluded.
he brings it up several times in the Real Rob.
He does.
And he knows Adam Sandler.
He
and
does.
has worked with
Sounds
Adam
like
Sandler.
such a piece
But
of
anyways,
shit.
Do you
the
think
the
like
funniest part.
he sits around with his like hot wife and just plays "You Can Do It" compilations on YouTube?
Hey, honey, check this out. She's like, I've seen this rap again. Look at it. It's really funny, this part. But the funniest part about all of this, the cherry on top, is that I talked about it on Twitter. I didn't even tweet at Rob Schneider. I tweeted about the show. I didn't type in Rob Schneider. I typed in Real Rob Schneider, whatever. I think and then I was blocked. So I'm pretty sure he types his own name in on Twitter and finds people to get mad at and blocks them.
What did you say about it?
I said the show is terrible. And I think he blocked me because of
He
that.
seriously blocked you because of that?
I was actually heartbroken.
Trump blocked you.
Trump blocked me, Rob Schneider blocked me.
What did you
all
say
in
to
the
Trump?
same like 2 days, 3
I
days.
am heartbroken.
What did you say to Trump?
Nothing. I never tweeted Trump before. What would you do in the apocalypse? If the world ended, what would you do?
I would run from Batman, hide in basement, and
I would
eat
build a
cereal.
Thunderdome first of all.
You do what?
You guys
I'd
know
find
what a
Mel
Thunderdome
Gibson.
is?
Oh, from Mad Max?
Yeah, it's a big metal cage with weapons on the side, and 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. That's the rule.
Now, would you be the guy who enters, or would you be the guy who looks over it?
Oh, I'd run it. I'd run the thing.
Jefferson
You
on
guys
top,
just wanna,
look
you know-
down.
Yeah, I'd just, I'd be like the promoter.
Let's suppose you're the leader of the free world, Jeff.
Yeah,
Who do you put against each other? You can pick anybody you want to.
in the Thunderdome,
Yeah, anybody in the world.
Adam Sandler versus
Adam Carolla, the two Adams.
Adam Carolla, yeah.
They stage up.
I don't know.
Finally, after all these years of tension.
You really didn't pause on Adam Sandler. It just spilled out of your mouth like sweet, sinful molasses.
I would give the other guy a few extra chainsaws on his side of the Thunderdome.
Jeff was just going by alphabetical order.
I put Rob Schneider with Jenny McCarthy so you can get rid of the anti-vaxxers together, kill each other.
Just worse people.
The Rob Schneider?
You think Rob Schneider's the worst person in the world?
Name the worst person in the world.
I don't know.
You really believe Rob Schneider's the worst person in the world?
I know for a fact there's someone out there right now who's like cutting off a kid's head and like fucking the neck hole.
I'm sorry, did that person star Deuce Bigelow too? Thought so.
Oh my god.
Prove me wrong.
I like Rob Schneider.
Fuck Rob Schneider.
He's completely harmless.
You know, he's only guilty as being the most successful, worthless coattail rider in the world. He's basically coattail rid Sandler into his $1 billion success.
Yeah, but he never. He always plays like weird, foreign, creepy guy, like weird stereotype. It's like I am at a, you know.
They make cameos in each other's movies all the time. I wouldn't say that he's like
it's a pretty one-way street. Rob Schneider pretty much makes all the cameos in Adam Sandler's movies.
Yeah.
I can't imagine seeing Adam Sandler.
Why are we talking about Rob Schneider? Is he a friend of yours? Who gives a shit? It's Rob
I like
Schneider.
Rob, all right?
Oh, really?
You don't
Worst
like
man
Rob
in the
at
world?
all. You
I
said
went
that
to
if Rob
Rob's
was you said if Rob Schneider was at a party, he'd be the one guy you would not talk to.
Right now, people are raising an eyebrow at you, Zach, because it's all pro-Hitler this, and I love Hitler that, and fuck Rob Schneider, he's the worst
I don't love
person
Hitler.
ever.
I think he's a cool guy. There's a difference.
Oh shit.
Isn't Rob Schneider Jewish?
Let's move on.
Let's move on.
He's one of those Jews who looks like a Jew too.
He's one of those fucking big dirty Jews with a huge fucking.
Yeah, he's got that gross Jew hair, and my name is my name is Zach Hadel.
Mike Stepper, fuck pussy, yo,
Stop
bitch.
it. Stop. That's slander, and I don't appreciate
Jesse
it.
Pinkman too. Near the end.
Yeah, that was Jesse Pigman, bitch.
Yo, Mr. White,
Jesse Pinkman,
let's
bitch.
smoke marijuana.
That was the weirdest Jesse Pinkman I ever heard. Jesse Pinkman, bitch.
He doesn't say bitch, he says betch. It's like B-E-T-C-H. Betch.
Jesse.
Stamper, tell me what you thought of the last episode of Breaking Bad.
Whatever.
Yeah, okay, so next topic.
Next topic.
Subscribe. Thank you very much. That was my $20 subscribe.